here with Ralf Reichert, the CEO of the ESL. And the event is almost over. What were your impressions so far?
I'm pretty much blown away by the crowd out there. It's fantastic today. I have to fight myself to come back to the hall every time. It's closed, unfortunately. So it's been really good, I think. I hope everyone in the internet enjoyed it. I heard that there was some minor streaming problems the first day, but overall I think it has been a real good time, and it still is.
It definitely is. I mean, seriously, the crowd out there, you literally have no way to even get to the stage and watch the games. The LoL final will start anytime soon as well. LoL has been added now to the games overall. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, I've been talking to the Riot guys who are here a couple of times actually, and we remembered that exactly 1 year ago, it was the first time actually that LoL was played on a big stage. So we had an invitational here last year for the World Finals. It's just 1 year ago where it was a side game, which was basically a tryout on the big stage. Will it work? Will people accept it? Will it have the online numbers? We've started working with Riot and League of Legends 1.5 years, close to 2 years ago with the Go for LoL and all that stuff. And right now it has been on the big stage most of the time and has drawn the biggest crowd and by far the biggest online numbers. So we're happy to see that. We're a little bit proud to see that as well, to have been there from the first day. And the final is supposed to be quite interesting.
So how would you think a LoL in general would change esport? As I mean, when StarCraft 2 came out, it was a massive increase of numbers of the viewers online mainly. LoL has even more, I would almost say. How do you think it will change esports in general?
Well, I mean, the really good thing for esports is the business model of League of Legends, which is free to play, which pretty much fits to the esports thing, because used to be, the business model of publishers used to be, we have a day one that we have to sell a game, 2/3, 3/4 of the overall turnover with the game we will do in that week or in that upcoming 4 weeks. So working with a publisher was always really much focused on this short time frame. With free-to-play titles, they have an interest in growing the game steadily, with having content around the game, stories around the game all of the time. And that's what pretty much we're doing with esports. We are the best content delivering system which is around games there. We create the stories, we do the events, we make the player stars. It's all that. And so the business model of free-to-play and esports has tremendous potential in the future as well. With Riot and League of Legends specifically, is that they, in a very early stage of the development, understood that there is an ecosystem out there which they can leverage, where they can work with, which they can grow, where they can have a win-win situation. They understood that pretty early. I think we too, and yeah, you see in the big crowd what comes out of it.
So we can definitely expect LoL to be with the ESL for quite a while then.
Well, absolutely, yes. I mean, we do a lot of LoL activities. It's not just Intel Extreme Master, which is the top of the pyramid, but we're doing it in all different levels, amateur levels. We are very interested that more teams come out into LoL, that more amateur teams played, that there's local teams, that's a local competition. All of that for us is the whole ecosystem of esports. IEM, Intel Extreme Masters, is the top. This is what we show off. This is where we stay here, brag all day about what a great event that is. But the other part is as important as well, and it's going really well, so I don't think there's a reason why it shouldn't be included.
So I think I asked that already to Carmack, and he didn't give me a straight answer, so I'm going to try my luck with you. Would you think that something like Counter-Strike Go or any other game would be a possibility to be added to the Intel Extreme Masters anytime soon?
Absolutely, yes. It's a possibility without a doubt. I mean, we're going to sit down actually in exactly a month and pretty much figure that stuff out together with our partners, together with a strategy for the next season. We've been running good with the games we have. If you look, just look at actually at the trophy right there of ESC, where you can see all the winners of the previous tournaments and actually the games we used. So we started off the first 2 years with Counter-Strike and Warcraft 3, then it was Counter-Strike and World of Warcraft, then it moved on to Counter-Strike, Quake, and I think no, it was and World of Warcraft is true. Then it moved on to Counter-Strike, Quake, and StarCraft 2. Now we're here with Counter-Strike, StarCraft 2, and League of Legends. The question will be: do we have 2 games? Do we have 3 games? Do we have 4 games? As well as when will CS:GO be released? How is CX 1.6 doing? What are the teams doing as well? Because that's all stuff we consider when we were talking to people. How is the feedback online? It's a couple of things that fit into that. But there will definitely be a discussion about CS 1.6, CS:GO.
I'm pretty sure that will make some people very happy to see new games added into the whole thing. And I actually just want to let you get back to watch the final. StarCraft, I think, is still running. And
that's a difficult thing because adding new games makes a lot of people happy. Removing old games makes a lot of people very angry. So we have to be really careful about that. And that's actually the hardest part because doing such tournaments, you get appreciations, you get fans who are excited, but every small mistake is 10 times more on the focus than all the good stuff. And it's the same with the game decisions. So it's going to be interesting.
Okay, even though I wanted to finish the interview, now I have a follow-up question to what you just said. So, how do you handle the feedback? I mean, the community obviously is a big part in the whole tournament thing, as they are the one who actually give you the numbers. Is that what you actually looking for, or do you have to consider other things as well?
Well, I mean, the first thing to consider with doing improvement is always budget. Or not the first thing, one of the most important things. I mean, Carmack is doing a fantastic job being out there on Twitter, replying to every second person who writes him, and basically gathering all that feedback. He's a driving force behind all the small improvement we did for this event and all that stuff. So, yes, actually, the Twitter comments, the Team Liquid threads, the Reddit stuff, that's all we read, and there we take most of our feedback in. And obviously, the players themselves who are here at the event, we talk to them too, and they have been complaining because it's on a trade fair. We don't have a room where they can chill out for a long time. This year we're in a lucky situation that we have this great Twitch VIP launch, so everyone is a little bit more happy. There will be happening something where someone is not happy again. Yeah, we know, but we'll keep improving and then think we're going to do fine.
I'm pretty sure you will, and it literally improved every year by year. So this year already just started, really. What is the next big thing for you guys to come up where you're really looking forward to?
Do you mean in terms of games, in terms of next season, or what?
In terms of everything you can think of, which would make you happy this year?
Well, I think you first need to look back to answer that. I mean, 2 years ago, and I've been talking to a lot of people, we had exactly 1/10 of the concurrent viewers we have right now. We had around 20,000 2 years ago at the peak of concurrent viewers at CeBIT. This year we had around a little bit above 43, I think. Carmack will know that better than I do. We had actually 1 year ago, we had one stage, a relatively big pro gaming area, and one stream. In a couple of languages, but still one stream. This time we have 3 game streams, 3 game stages, which were used like literally from Tuesday morning 9 to actually yesterday evening 6. Then it moved on, and then everything was played on the big stage. But it's those quality improvements actually which we're looking most for. We're trying really some cool stuff there for the next season as well to improve the online broadcast. Plus going to new regions as well. So we have a couple of countries where we probably want to go with this event, where there's supposed to be a big crowd, and this is the biggest stuff. And of course, last but not least, the game decisions, because that will follow us throughout the whole year, and therefore the most difficult discussion.
I'm pretty sure everyone is looking forward to see what you guys are going to come up to in the following year. So thanks a lot for all the hard work you guys do, and thanks a lot for joining me for the interview. And any last shout-outs you want to give to everyone who's watching?
Well, I'm really bad because I got one thing that I want to address, because the thing is actually I'm most proud this time is that we have a German state-owned TV station covering that event, showing it on Monday and next Saturday. Producing the final day here. So this is really for us, for esports. That's a milestone where we worked for a long time. So the next thing is to have it live on the Classic TV channel. Thank you everyone for watching IEM. Thank you everyone for giving us our mistakes. Thank you everyone for criticizing us constructively. to help improve the product. And thank you for mocking CarMac online, so I can have some fun.
Yeah, thanks a lot for that.